Hey guys, how you doing? So we have a 2019 F-150. This has got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and this is my neighbor's truck. He said he was driving to work yesterday morning, and all of a sudden the check engine light came on, started running really bad, so he brought it back home, and I just got it over here to my house. We're going to take a look at it and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. First thing we're going to do, obviously, is hook the scan tool up and scan for any kind of codes, and go from there. All right, guys, we got the scan tool hooked up, and we're going to just do a scan. We'll see what kind of codes are in the computer. See if that'll give us any help. It does have the high-speed scan. Thinkcar just recently came out with that, so obviously that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's an interesting fault there. Fuel rail system pressure too low, bank 1. Fuel system rush engine cranking, bank 1. Misfire detected on 4, 5, and 6. Engine misfire detected on startup. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, because all we need to see is the what's in the computer, in the PCM rather. Let's go into enter. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and read fault codes again now that we're in here, just to kind of, I'm also going to take a screenshot of that. Continuous fuel pressure low on bank 1. Bank 1. Misfire 4, 5, and 6. Startup misfire. That fuel rail pressure is interesting, but let's see what we have under actuation test. Fuel rail pressure desired. Fuel volume. Injector disable. Okay, I tell you what, the first thing let's do, let's go in here and let's do a, let's do a misfire test. That don't even make sense, wouldn't it? Ooh. That cranked over hard, then come to a sudden stop. Okay, we definitely see misfires on cylinder 6. Let me bring it down to an idle. I don't see misfires on any other cylinder except cylinder 6. Burning idle. All right. Let's do a power balance. Take a look at that. Probably going to see cylinder 6 with a constant misfire. And yes, cylinder 6 is definitely misfiring. All right. Let's go over here to data stream. Let's pick us out some PIDs here. Desired fuel rail pressure and fuel rail pressure we definitely want. So this truck's got 2 injectors per cylinder. It's got a high pressure and a low pressure injector. I believe the way it works is at idle and at low speed or low RPM, your low pressure fuel injection is what mainly is working. And then under load, under power, at high speed, that's when your high pressure injectors are working. High pressure might be working all the time to an extent. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know at idle, I don't think the high pressure is really doing a lot. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know if anybody knows that. Let's go ahead and OK to that. Okay, how come we don't have no information there? Okay, we have some graphs there. We have desired fuel rail pressure, which is shown to be about 412. Fuel rail pressure showing about 640-ish. If I rev it up, of course that changes. Our low side, desired's about 82, and about 82, that looks about right. That's probably going to stay consistent regardless if I rev it up or not. So we definitely got, I'm gonna, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. Now what's interesting is watching that fuel pressure drop the way it is. I would think that the pressure should stay higher than that whenever you turn your vehicle off. Let me see if I can kick the key back on. I was hoping the fuel pump would energize. Okay, I'm gonna start it. So when it's running, we got plenty of fuel pressure. As soon as I turn it off, the fuel pressure starts dropping instantly, almost like there's a something's bleeding the pressure off. That might be normal. Most vehicles that I've worked on, you should maintain a certain amount of fuel pressure whenever you turn the key off, and this instantly loses pressure. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to do is check for spark, see if we got spark at number 6 cylinder. So let me do that. All right, guys, I've got a spark tester rigged up right here. So I've pulled the coil off. I've put my spark tester down on the spark plug, and we should be able to see this flicker. If we're getting spark down there at the spark plug, we'll get a flicker here. Hopefully. That's looking like a nice strong spark to me. So we've got spark at that plug. That should be the number 6 plug. On this EcoBoost, it's almost seeming like it might be an injector issue. The reason I'm thinking injector all right, guys, one reason I'm thinking injector is because of that fuel pressure bleed off. I don't know how easy it is to hook a fuel pressure gauge to this engine. I don't even see a fuel line. There's the high pressure. That looks like the high pressure pump. And whenever I turn it off, we see an instant bleed off, almost like the injector's stuck open. I think is what I'm going with. We've got spark at number 6. You smell raw fuel. I mean, the raw fuel odor is awful, and it also smokes as though it's running very, very rich. So, tell you what I didn't do. I'm going to hook this coil back up, and then we're going to do one other thing inside. All right, guys, what I want to do, this is the low pressure system. I want to go over here to the high pressure. Let it run just for a little bit, and I'm going to turn it off. And I don't know if the high pressure also maintains the pressure whenever you, if it's supposed to maintain the pressure whenever you turn it off. I'll have to look that up. But I want to turn it off, watch the pressure, and see what happens. Okay, so we've got about 300 and some PSI. I'm going to turn it off. Yeah, I mean, it drops pretty quick down to 88, 82. I mean, that might be normal for the high pressure. 69. I'll have to look those specs up. Yeah, see, the high pressure fuel system's maintaining about 58 PSI. We're down to about 27 on the low pressure. I'll have to look up the specs on that and see what it says. What was I wanting to look at? I was wanting to look at something. I'm pretty sure it's an injector stuck open. I guess I could pull a plug out, stick my boroscope down there, turn the key on. If the injector is stuck open, then we would see fuel being sprayed in the engine. Another clue is whenever it was cranking, after it sat here for a while, and I went to crank it for the very first time, I don't know if you heard it, but it cranked and then completely come to a stop, as though it was hydraulically locked. Like the cylinder might have been getting sprayed with fuel. That can, you got to be careful with that too. That can ruin an engine. I think I will, once the engine cools off, I'm going to pull that plug out, put my boroscope down there, and just turn the key on and see if we see raw fuel being sprayed in the cylinder. Oh, wow. So that plug is soaking wet. Soaking wet. So let's let me get my boroscope. Let's see, I'm going to record this. So let's see. Video. Oh, I can see it dripping down into the cylinder right now. Is that what I'm saying? Turn the... Yeah, it's soaking wet in that cylinder. You see that? I mean, that's just raw fuel is all that is. Unbelievable. I'm going to turn the I'm going to kick the fuel pump on. We're going to watch that. I'm going to hit the fuel pump. Look at that. Turn it off. Wow. It's just spraying raw fuel into the cylinder. So we just verified the low pressure injector is definitely stuck open. That's good. Okay, that verifies the injector. We're going to put an injector in this. I've got to order. I'm going to put all 6 OEM injectors in this. or at least I'm going to try to convince my neighbor to go ahead and do that, because if I'm going to pull the intake and access the injectors, may as well do all 6. This truck has 105,000 miles on it, so I don't want to put an injector in it and then a month or 6 months down the road he starts having the same problem. We are going to go OEM, because I've been burned a couple times on putting aftermarket injectors in, and you end up chasing problems because the fuel flow isn't quite the same as what it is with the OEM injectors. So that was a good verification and visual that the injector is definitely stuck open. Anyway, I've got to order these injectors. Hopefully I can get them overnighted and have them here tomorrow. And that's when I'm going to start on it, is tomorrow morning. Till then, you guys take care.